Hi, my name is Camden Butler. These are my classmates, Whitney, Dick, Analee, Woodall, and Melanie Roberts. We are with Jameswood Service Learning, and we did a project with the Frederick County Parks and Recreation Department. Frederick County Parks and Rec has been a staple in our community for many years. Countless children have participated in numerous programs offered by Mr. Conyer and his staff. I was lucky enough to be one of those participants, and now as high school seniors, we are eager to help them further their programs. Upon meeting with Mr. Conyer, he expressed the need for a program that would provide safe activity options for our 4 local middle schools. This being said, our task was simple. Parks and Rec is losing Kinder Rec in the 2014-2015 school year. For those of you who do not know, Kinder Rec is a wraparound care program for kindergartners due to their half-day schooling. That program drew in nearly $60,000 per year, so it was decided that there was no better time than to implement A.S.E, after-school extras. Our target market for this project is 6th graders due to a lack of activities available to them, though 7th and 8th graders will certainly not be rejected.
These are the results from a survey conducted by the Center for Disease Control. It is recommended by the U.S. Department of Health that young people have at least 60 minutes of physical activity a day, but as you can see, only 38.3% of males and 18.5% of females get the recommended amount. These numbers are very low. A lack of physical activity can cause health issues such as high blood pressure and obesity, not to mention poor classroom performance. Also, 30% of middle school students report being unsupervised after school. This is especially true for 6th graders since they are not able to try out for sports teams. Having a program like A.S.E at the YDC will help these students to become more active and hopefully improve these statistics down the road.
We knew to get a good overview of what the community thought, we had to hear from a variety of groups. First, we chose to survey a group of 6th graders from Admiral Byrd because they have experienced a year of 6th grade. Then we decided to survey a class of 4th graders from Greenwood Mill because they are the future of the program and their voice was important to us because their interests will help shape the program in the future years. And as you can see, we had wonderful support from the majority of kids we surveyed. Finally, we surveyed parents that have kids in the Parks and Rec system. It was important to get as many responses as possible because they will be the ones having to pay and make the final decision on the program. As you can see, after collecting our parent responses, there was an overwhelming amount of interest for A.S.E. An eye-opening stat was that over 80% of the parents reported they would be interested in enrolling their child, and almost 78% of the parents reported that they would be willing to pay for the program.
A.S.E is an after-school program intended to supply a safe and active environment for students who are left with nothing to do when the school day is over. With a starting goal of 10 students per school, or 40 students total, A.S.E will first be implemented using 6th grade students because of the lack of sports and club opportunities available to them. As A.S.E grows, so too will the number and variation of the students enrolled in it. The Youth Development Center has been used for a number of years by students and families for sports, tutoring, and other activities. Because of this, we thought it to be the ideal location for A.S.E. By using the YDC as the location for A.S.E, Parks and Rec will be removing the stress upon the Frederick County schooling system that would otherwise be present if a middle school location were used. So the YDC will provide ample unoccupied space now and as A.S.E grows in the future years. This is an example itinerary of a typical A.S.E school day. Around 2:45 or 3 o'clock, students will load onto the A.S.E buses at their designated schools. Around 3:15, the students are scheduled to arrive at the YDC, and from 3:15 to 3:20, attendance will be taken of who is there and who is supposed to be there. From 3:30 to 4:30, students will report to an activity site, which will later be described in the PowerPoint. From 4:30 to 5:30, there will be a mixture of social time and tutoring hours for the students to relax after their school day.
The Youth Development Center offers space for several different activity options, which include athletics, cooking classes, drama, and a game room. These options meet the interests of the students as found in the 4th and 6th grade surveys that we conducted.
A bus will transport the students from their middle school to the YDC. There will be 2 buses. Frederick County Middle School and Jameswood Middle School will share a bus, and Admiral Byrd Middle School and Ayler Middle School will share a bus, and their parent or guardian will be responsible for picking them up at 5:30. These trips will be classified as field trips. The cost is $2.97 a mile with a drive time of $20.06. The total mileage for the Janesville Middle School and Frederick County Middle School bus is 10.3 miles, which will cost $61.64 a day. The total mileage for the Admiral Byrd Middle School and the Ayler Middle School bus is 8.6 miles, which will cost $50 a day. The weekly rate for transportation is $223.28, and the yearly rate is $9,660. The A.S.E program will cost $35 per week. The main expenses will be staff, facility, transportation, uniforms, and equipment. If we meet our goal of 40 students, we will be required to have 5 staff workers at the YDC. The staff will need to be CPR certified and have medication administrative training. They will also need to be provided uniforms. The YDC will be receiving $8,400 a year for the use of their facility and equipment. The A.S.E program will bring in $57,000 a year. It is self-sufficient, so whatever we are spending, we are also bringing in. Since the kindergarten program is being lost next year due to all-day kindergarten, the budget for the program is already set up, and A.S.E will replace kindergarten. A middle school program for the Frederick County Parks and Recreation Department was previously attempted. We reviewed the flaws and successes of the program and started building A.S.E. We collected stats of middle school age students countrywide and then decided to collect local stats by visiting Admiral Byrd Middle School and Greenwood Mill Elementary School to survey 6th and 4th graders. We also met with the YDC. They gave us a tour of the facility and gave us details about what they have to offer. The next step was setting up the transportation. We contacted the Frederick County Transportation Department and asked for a pricing. Finally, we put A.S.E program into place. Based off the Frederick County Park and Recreation General Rules and Regulations, we created the A.S.E Handbook. The plan is to implement A.S.E in the 2014-2015 school year. We would like to give a special thanks to Mr. Chris Conyer, Mr. Jason Brown, Mr. Jamie Carr, Mrs. Tara Woolover, and Ms. Regina O'Brien. At this time, we would like to invite Chris Conyer forward to receive a certificate of our appreciation.